You know the look people give you when you say, "I just don't like people." They immediately translate it as bitter, antisocial, cold, arrogant, maybe even broken. Like you wake up every morning actively choosing to hate humanity. But that story about you? It's incomplete. And honestly, it's lazy. Because what people call hating people is usually something much more specific, much more human, and much more intentional than they realize. Let's slow this down for a second. If you've ever felt drained just being around others, if small talk feels physically exhausting, if crowds, social expectations, or constant emotional noise make you want to disappear rather than participate, that's not random. And it's definitely not a character flaw. Your nervous system processes the world differently. Some people's brains are wired to seek stimulation, connection, novelty, constant interaction. Yours is more attuned to input cost. Every interaction takes energy. Every social exchange requires reading tone, managing expectations, filtering emotions, predicting reactions. So when you say you hate people, what you often mean is, my system gets overwhelmed faster than most, and I protect it. That's not hatred. That's regulation. There's also something else going on. People like you tend to see patterns quickly. You notice inconsistencies. You pick up on performative kindness, social games, unspoken power dynamics. And once you see that, it's hard to unsee it. So surface-level interactions start to feel fake, repetitive, emotionally inefficient. Meanwhile, society glorifies the opposite. Be outgoing, be likable, network harder, smile more, stay accessible, be on all the time. Social media especially rewards constant presence and emotional availability, as if needing space is a moral failure. But your internal reality doesn't work that way. You value depth over frequency, meaning over politeness, silence over noise. Here's the part no one tells you. People who hate people are often highly selective, not disconnected. You don't avoid connection because you're incapable of it. You avoid wasted connection. You're wired to conserve emotional energy for what actually matters, for the few conversations that feel real, for the moments that don't require a mask. That selectivity is a strength. It's why you can listen deeply, why you see through nonsense quickly, why you're hard to impress, but deeply loyal once someone earns access. Of course, there's a shadow side too. Sometimes this distance comes from hurt, from betrayal, from burnout, from learning at some point that closeness wasn't safe. And there's a difference between choosing solitude and hiding inside it. Healthy distance feels calm. Avoidant distance feels tense. One is grounded. The other is guarded. But neither makes you defective. This isn't something to fix. It's a wiring, an orientation toward the world. You're not anti-human. You're anti-noise, anti-pretense, anti-drain. And once you understand that, the shame starts to loosen its grip. So let me ask you something. Quietly, honestly, do you actually hate people? Or do you just refuse to perform connection that doesn't feel real? If this resonated, you're not alone. And you're definitely not strange. Stick around. The next video goes even deeper into the psychology no one explains, but everyone feels.